Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a Q&A. This was supposed to go up yesterday, but I couldn't get it up because we were just really busy. So I want to apologize for that, but it's going up today. So let's go ahead and get started because I have a bunch of questions. If I didn't get to your questions, I'm sorry, but I will eventually do another one down the road. So you guys can go ahead and ask me questions there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First question is, did you grow up or go to high school in OC? And yes, I did. I grew up in Costa Mesa, and then I grew up in Tustin as well. And I went to Tustin High School. Would you and Kim ever get a third dog? Love seeing all the pictures of your puppies. I think eventually we do want a third dog, but not anytime soon. I think 2 dogs right now is perfectly fine for us right now, especially being here in an apartment. We don't want to add a third dog and just, not have a backyard or anything like that where they can all roam around. So eventually we do want a third dog, but probably when we get a home or something like that. What do you like the most about Kim? I love everything about Kim. She's super caring, and I know she's gonna be like, oh my god, that's the only thing you ever say about me. But no, it's true though. She's really caring. She's one of the nicest people that I've ever known, and just super supportive, supports me in everything that I do, and starting my own channel, she was just a big part of that. And anything that any ideas that I have or anything that I want to do, she's always like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So she's super supportive. She's caring, loving, beautiful. I love her. And there's just so much that I love about her. She's just an all-around great person. Okay, next question is, what's the most important thing that we should know about you? That's a very good question, but I think the most important thing that I would want people to know about me is that I love my family and my friends, and anybody that is in my inner circle or anything like that, or if I meet you and we become friends, I try to be the best friend that I can, or I try to be, the best, family member you can say that I can. I just love everybody around me, all my friends, my family, or anybody that gets close to me or anything like that. I really like to show that I care, and I don't know, I like being there for people, even if I meet you and we start talking or something and we become friends, and you're going through something, I want to be there as a friend, I want to be there, just for anybody, like I said, my friends, my family. So I think that would be something that I would want people to know about me, is that if you get to know me, I'm actually very caring, and I want to, just be there for you and stuff. So what is at the top of your bucket list, or a few things on it? The top, I guess a few things on my bucket list is, one of them is I really want to go on a hot air balloon ride. I don't know why. I think that was just recently that I've been wanting to do that, but I definitely want to do that. I especially want to do that with Kim. It sounds like really fun. Another thing that I would want to do is skydiving, and I've heard that the ride up there is the worst part. You're really anxious and stuff like that, and yeah, I don't know, I just want to experience that. I like experiencing things that give you adrenaline and stuff like that, so I feel like that would be a huge adrenaline shot if I did something like that. So I think those two are the most that I like, the 2 things at the top of my bucket list. And the third one would probably be traveling, going with Kim and stuff like that, just traveling places and getting to know new places and try new foods and experience new cultures and stuff like that. What's your horoscope sign? My horoscope sign is a Taurus. Well, I am a Taurus. I was born April 30th. So yeah, if you're a Taurus, awesome. Just go ahead and let me know what your guys' signs are. So yeah, Taurus, like I said. When are you popping the big question to Kim? If you like it, put a ring on it. I actually am. I'm saying this in a very low voice because she's in the next room, but I'm actually really thinking about doing it at the end of this year or at the very beginning of next year. The thing is that I might have to wait until the end of this year because her mom ends up going away in March and she won't come back until October. So I can't really do it anytime soon. So I would have to wait until the end of the year, and obviously I want all of our friends and family to be there. So yeah, so maybe end of this year, beginning of next year maybe. I'm actually looking at rings right now. So I want to find the perfect one for her. She's been showing me things like, oh my gosh, this ring's cool. So I've been kind of like collecting all that data, you know what I mean? So eventually I do, like I said, I do want to obviously ask her to marry me and everything. So yeah, roughly about that timeline sounds right. Do you plan on having kids? Yes, I do. I really do plan on having kids. I want to have maybe at least 2 kids. I want to have at least 2 kids, maybe 3 or 4. But yeah, you know, Kim and I have been talking about it, and we do want 2 kids. We at least want 2 kids. But you know, if things are good and everything, then I do want maybe 3 or 4. I just want to have a big family. I don't know. I've always liked that. You know, going somewhere and packing all the kids in the back and stuff and going somewhere. Like, I don't know. I just like having that big family feeling because I kind of grew up with a bunch of cousins and stuff like that. So I've always liked that environment. So I do eventually want something like that. The next question is, if you could change anything about yourself, mentally and physically, what would it be? Okay, so mentally, I think I would change kind of like, I like things to be a certain way. Like, kind of, I don't know if you want to say perfectionist, but like if I'm doing something and it's not the exact same way that I need it to be, like I'm not comfortable with it. Like, let's say I'm drawing something and there's like a little like messed up part or something like that. I can't go forward with it. Like, it has to be perfect, and I would want to change that, because even around the house, like when something's not the way that I need it to be, like I get agitated and it's just like, I don't know, it's bad, I guess. And another thing mentally that I would change is probably be a little bit more, I don't know if you want to say it's like it's something that's like mentally, you know, that I need to change, but like I would want to be a little bit more outgoing. I think I'm starting to come out of that shell a little bit, but you know, kind of be less shy and learn how to talk to people a little bit more, because I've always had that problem, and that's just something that I wish I could change. Physically, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm actually really happy with the way that I am physically. I mean, I know I can change a little bit, you know, get a little bit of a better physique or whatever, but I know that I can work on that. Other than that, I'm really happy. I'm happy with my height, happy with my hair, love my beard. I mean, just everything physically, you know, you gotta love yourself, and I do love myself, and I'm actually really happy with that part of my appearance. So, what is your biggest regret in life? My biggest regret would be, dang, that's a very good question. I don't know. I can't really think of any like big regret that I have in my life. I think maybe when I was younger, you know, doing all the things that I did when I was younger, like, you know, having my mom be worried about me, you know, and just like when I was younger, I would disappear for hours after school and not letting my mom know where I was, and she would be worried sick, and sometimes she would end up, you know, one time she was borderline about to call the cops because she didn't know where I was. I didn't get home until like 10 or 11 at night. So I think those would be my biggest regrets, you know, hurting the people that I love the most, you know, without maybe me knowing, like unintentionally hurting them and stuff. So I think those would be the biggest regrets that I have, just because I love my family so much, I love my friends, so I would never want to hurt them. So I think, I know I've done it unintentionally sometimes, and I think those would be my biggest regrets. If you were sentenced to death, what would be your last meal? I think my last meal, I would try to ask for 2 things. I would try to ask for a torta with strawberry milk water and mole. I think those would be the 2 things. Oh, and the mole has to be with rice and beans. So I think those 2 things would be my last 2 meals. Or I would combine them and make 1 meal. But yeah, I would definitely as for those two things. What do you take pride in the most? I think I take pride in the way that I am. I feel like I'm a very caring person, and I'm very nice, very logical, and I just love the way that I think sometimes. Like I'm just happy I'm not mean, and I'm not like stuck up or just a bad person in general. So I take a lot of pride in the way my personality is, and I feel like if one of my friends needs me, my family member needs me, like I'll be there. Like that's just the way that I am. Like I try to solve people's problems, even though sometimes I may not, let's say, like if I can't do anything about it, like I still try my hardest to do something to help. And I pride myself a lot in that. I pride myself in being caring and being there for the people that I love the most. So I'm very happy with the way that I am. Do you believe in aliens and Bigfoot? I don't believe in Bigfoot. I think it's cool to learn about those kind of things, and I've seen documentaries on Bigfoot. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in all that. Aliens though is a little bit different. I don't know if I fully believe in aliens. I like the idea of aliens and stuff, but it's very hard for me to say yes, I definitely believe in aliens. But I think I've seen documentaries and things throughout history where, you know, you could say, oh, this is linked to like aliens, or people have linked it to aliens, and it's very interesting to learn about. But I don't think I'm fully there yet. I think I would have to see one, or like I would have to get like, you know, those stories about people that get abducted or something. Like I think something like that would have to happen in order for me to be like, oh, I believe in aliens. But like I said, I'm not fully there yet. I'm like I like the idea of aliens, but I'm not fully on board with like, oh, I believe in them. So what are your favorite Mexican sweets and snacks? Does Kim like Mexican food? Kim does like Mexican food. She loves pozole. I introduced her to pozole not too long ago, and she loves it. Like every time we eat Mexican, she has to have pozole, especially from this place called Carlitos that we found not too long ago. She loves it. And my favorite Mexican snacks and sweets would be, I don't know if you would consider water sweets or snacks. I kind of do, but mine would be strawberry milk water. And then for sweets and snacks, I love mazapanes. If you guys know what mazapanes are, I love them. I could seriously eat, I don't even know how many, like an entire box. I just love mazapanes. Oh God, I actually really want one right now, but I love mazapanes. I love duvalines, the ones that, if you guys don't know what it is, it's like comes like in a little container, and it's kind of like, what would you, I don't know how to really explain what it is. If you guys know exactly what it is, then just go ahead and let everybody know in the comments. But duvalines, mazapanes, I love the watermelon lollipops with chili. You know, the mango ones with chili, the elote ones with chili. I love tostilocos. I love chamoy, mangoneadas, like everything. I mean, I just love Mexican snacks and sweets. So you give me a bowl of Mexican snacks and sweets, and I'll be there and I'll eat it. So yeah. What do you like about Kim's culture, and do you find the culture differences difficult or fun? I actually love that we have different cultures, just because I've always been the kind of person that's been open about learning about different cultures and stuff like that. So, you know, learning about her culture is really cool, the customs that they have. And it's actually been really easy, just because their family is so loving and they're so open, and they took me in as part of their family like right away, and so that made the transition so much easier. And I mean, whenever we're, you know, at an event or something that goes on her part, like she's always explaining things to me, and I love learning about it. I really do. And you know, same with her, like she loves learning about my culture as well. Like we watch videos on when people travel to Vietnam, and we watch videos of when people travel to Mexico, and we kind of teach each other about the culture differences and stuff like that. And there are a lot of similarities, like, you know, when it comes to food and other stuff like that. But so we talk about that, and it's just really fun to experience that. And I also think it's really cool when we have kids, you know, they'll be multicultural, you know, they'll obviously grow up here in the United States, so they'll be like, they'll have that American culture, and then they'll have the Mexican culture from my part, my family, and then Vietnamese culture from her part and her family. So I think it's really cool, you know, and I love learning about each other's cultures. I think it's fun, and I think it brings us closer together, to be honest. And it's been fun, you know, it hasn't been difficult. I want to start learning Vietnamese. I wish I knew Vietnamese. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just fun learning about each other's cultures, and I love it. So I think the way that how respectful, it's just, I think Asian cultures in general are very respectful. So, you know, seeing how respectful they are towards each other and towards the elders and stuff like, not that any other culture is not, but like they do it so proper, and you know, I really like that. I really love that. And I mean, I also love their traditional wear for weddings, and I'm actually really excited to do that when the time comes. So what YouTube channels do you watch the most or like? So I haven't really seen a specific YouTube channel for a while. I used to really follow a lot of channels, and the ones that I would follow the most were Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link. I love them. They're super cool. If you guys haven't checked them out, they're really cool. They do a bunch of different stuff, and they're just hilarious. I love them. I remember I would watch a lot of PewDiePie before PewDiePie got super big, and then he just blew up and everything, and it was just crazy. But I used to watch him a lot because he did gaming and stuff, and I was really into that. So him, Markiplier too was another person that did a lot of games, so watched him a lot. Who else? I think those two are the top, or those three, sorry, are the top YouTube channels that I would really watch. I know for a long time I was really stuck on Good Mythical Morning. I'm trying to think if I'm leaving any YouTube channel out. But I'm trying to remember. I don't think I am. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then for a long time I got into this like little rabbit hole of watching people go to abandoned buildings and check out abandoned places and stuff. And I think his name is Exploring with Josh, I believe. It's this dude with like blonde hair, and he goes to like different places and checks out abandoned buildings, and that's really cool. So I used to watch him a lot too. But other than that, I think I would watch other channels, but I think I would watch them the most. Next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years. I see myself with at least one kid, because I want my first kid before the age of 30. I want probably like at the age of 28. And I'm already 25, so 3 more years. That's the plan. So 5 years I see myself with at least one kid. Hopefully a house. That's always a big achievement that we have, that we want to get before we hit the age of 30, or by the time we hit 30. And I don't know, I just want to be successful, you know, and success to me means, you know, being able to provide for our family and being happy with what I do. And hopefully in 5 years, you know, this channel is still popping, and you guys are still supporting and everything. And I mean, I see myself doing YouTube for a while, and I really enjoy it. And hopefully, you know, by that time I'm like more expressive and everything, and out of my shell even more than I already am. So that's honestly where I see myself in 5 years, and you know, just being able to help my family and friends around me, and just be successful. Honestly, that's really what I want, and just be happy with my family. So and I'll still have my beard. I definitely want to grow this out for as long as I possibly can. I don't want to shave anytime soon, so I'll probably still have my beard. Favorite sports teams. If you guys don't know, because I know a lot of you do, I am a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. And yes, I did cry last year when they won the Super Bowl. I cried like a little bitch. Yeah, no, I did. I cried. For basketball, I love the Boston Celtics. I know here a lot of Laker fans, a lot of Clipper fans, a lot of Golden State fans. Kind of annoying. It's okay though. I'm a Boston Celtic fan. For soccer, I don't watch a lot of European soccer. I do watch Premier League though. I love the Premier League, and the Premier League team that I usually follow is Manchester City. Don't know why. I've always liked them since I was a little kid. And for the Mexican League in soccer, I am a big America fan. I love America. And if you guys watch the Mexican League, or if you guys watch Mexican soccer, then you guys know who that is. So let me know what your guys' team. For baseball, I like the Dodgers. I'm a Dodger fan. But I'm not super into baseball like I am basketball, soccer, and football. For hockey, don't really have a hockey team, don't really follow it. I think hockey's cool, just never really got into it. And yeah, every other sport, I mean, those are the top 3 sports that I really follow. So, well, with baseball too. So yeah, so football, baseball, soccer, and basketball. And then the last question that we have today is, what is the best advice you can give someone about life? I think the best advice that I can give someone about life is just, you live and you learn. I mean, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but you gotta pick yourself up and learn from those mistakes. I think that's the way that we grow. And that's the way that we become successful. I think you have to, through trial and error, you got to figure out what works and what doesn't, pretty much. And so I think, if you have something that you're working towards, just, go ahead and keep pushing. Like I said, there's always going to be you can always have people bringing you down, or there are always going to be obstacles. It doesn't matter what you're trying to get to, but you always have to learn how to push through that, pick yourself up, and just keep going, honestly. And you're always going to have people along the way that are going to push you, and you got to use that as motivation. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I'm sure I'm not done making mistakes. I'm sure I'm going to make a bunch more mistakes, but you just got to learn from them. And I think that's the big thing about life. You just learn from your mistakes, and the next time something like that happens, or like you're in a situation that you've been in before, you know how to handle it more. And that's honestly the best advice that I can give. Just keep pushing, learn from your mistakes, and yeah. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you guys learned a little bit more about me. Thank you guys for submitting the questions that you guys submitted. You guys asked some really good questions. If I didn't answer your questions, I'm sorry, but I will definitely be doing more Q&As down the road. But please comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will be seeing you guys very soon. Thank you guys so much. Bye.